capability. Very stable, very reliable, very powerful operating system these days. There are still companies that run Unix operating system, yes. Right, most of the companies, the financial institutions, and probably going to be corporations are still using our Unix operating system as the primary. So what the features of this operating system? So you can see more in detail. So, for example, on Windows, it will support this Cortana virtual assistant. That's one of the features that they launched, kind of part of the product. They support touchscreen inputs as well. The headset and built-in applications such as the Microsoft Edge browser, so you're probably gonna know that. So these are features for the Mac OS, for the Siri virtual assistant, the coordination with Apple mobile devices, and cloud file storage. So in my case, I'm using a Mac, and I have using these headphones. They are actually gonna connect to my all my devices that have the same Apple ID. So that's a very cool feature, and I really like it. That's what it says, right? So a Unix multitasking operating system, very robust against, it's more into, it goes to a large corporation like data centers because they're reliable. And Linux these days as distribution and the terms of general public. So we say with general public distribution, we kind of picture that's called open source. So when it says open source, it's open in the internet, so you can download the operating system and the file and pretty much customize the way that you want to. If you are a developer, you can do that. But again, because it's an open source, you have a bunch of kind of risk on security. So you need to start working on how to secure your software. There are two companies in this world today that pretty much run Linux. That's called Red Hat. It's a company based here in US, and there's another company called SUSE. This company is a European company. So they have these two companies that run Linux, and the main differentiation of these two operating systems are going to be the graphic utility and how they manage computers in these days. But other than that, basically these two companies download the software from the open source, and they decide to kind of customize and provide support on these two releases for Linux. So these days, Red Hat's very popular, and I will tell you, Red Hat's part of the IBM company these days. Very powerful, very successful company in the world, and I'll tell you, most of the companies, they use Linux in these days for corporation, for the servers. Chromebooks, laptops, popular as well. So very affordable in these days because they are just based on Google, and the communication. You don't have to have too much resources inside of the computer. So basically, you rely on the connection to the internet. So I think it's a nice features. It's a nice innovation just to launch as Chromebooks for like students, like you guys are, so that you could basically kind of connect to the internet and surf on the internet, or use Microsoft 365 as well. So there's another type of operating system, a more large, with more features that kind of target the data centers, so the big servers, the big ones. So if we want to kind of have a scenario about these big servers, we can think about the college itself.